Hey, this is Wilson. As always, I'm joined by my three prestigious co-hosts, Shane Christopher Murray, Jason Big Mitch Mitchell, and David Galvez. And at what point, Quan Chandler, should I open the show by saying my four prestigious co-hosts? Because I mean, you're feeling like the fifth man for real these days. But Quan is back. How you doing, Quan? Quan?
Oh, it's cracking. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, okay.
Shit, I'm feeling good.
All right. Good.
I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling
Okay,
real
good.
good. I'm
I,
happy to be back as always. I feel like I'm part of this Laker world order. You know, I feel like family. Whenever I come back here, I took a nap, so I feel very good, and I'm high, so I'm feeling very happy. I'm ready for some chicken nuggets.
good. This should be entertaining, like always. Uh, okay. Uh, so let's get into it. Um, of course, we're gonna start with Prize Picks. We'll keep that short and sweet. Then we'll get into this Lakers Nugget series. We didn't record last week for the first time in many weeks, so we didn't get to talk about. Yeah, I don't think we haven't recorded since the Lakers Warriors series started. So, series started and ended uh, without us talking about any of the games. So we're gonna have to do a quick recap, then get into Lakers Nuggets. Then we're gonna also, as part of that, we're gonna talk about something that Stephen A. said. I think Shane said you want to talk about that. What Stephen A. said about this would be LeBron's most impressive championship. There was a question about um, a parade question. I think I forget who brought it up. We'll just go over that briefly. What we like the 2020 team to have to be included in the parade at the Lakers for the winning championship this year. And then the second half of the show, we're going to get into the whole Ja Morant fiasco that reignited itself this weekend. So, but first, okay, let's get into Prize Picks. So tomorrow the Western Conference Finals start. Lakers and Nuggets. Um, at this point, it's one Western Conference game one day, and then an Eastern Conference Finals game the next day. Of course, the Eastern Conference Finals play the Heat and the Celtics. Another thing guys want to talk about is what this says. The fact that the bubble conference finals have been you know they're happening again. They're being recreated this year. So we'll talk about all that. But first, like I said, the Prize Picks for tomorrow, Tuesday, which will be the 16th of May. I only have one pick straight from the Plus EV app. It's saying, as of right now, and of course, it's still, I mean, it's a day before the game. It's right now, it's 9:12 p.m.
I got Austin Reeves at 14 and a half. I got him over. And then that's it. I'm putting all my eggs on that basket.
Shit. So tomorrow's Taco Tuesday, which lines up perfectly with the Laker game. Finally. So whatever taco, I'm gonna take the taco, and then I'm gonna take AD over 2.5 assists, and I'm gonna take Austin Reeves over 4 assists.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna take LeBron under 25 points.
Oh, that's stupid.
AD on points, over on points. I'm gonna take the under on Bruce Brown's points, and the under on Jokic's points.
Oh, okay. And what's Joker's? What is his?
They got him at 27.
So
they got him at 27.5.
What about Jokic's assists?
I think they had it at 9.
I would definitely take the over on that one.
They got his assists at 9.5, actually.
Damn.
I would take his assists higher than his rebounds. I don't think he's going to rebound as much, but I would bank on his points and assists more than his rebounding.
So in his last 5 for assists, he's got 12, 12, 11, 17, 5. That's his last 5. And then for points, remember, Shea Murray's taking the under. So for his points, they got him at 27.5. In his last 5, he went for 32, 29, 53, 30, 39.
And of course, Shane hates him, so he's going to take the under.
Yeah.
That and AD's guarding. So
you believe in AD now, is what you're saying.
Well, if the Lakers hold him to under 27 points, then they win it.
exactly.
So I only have one, like I said, straight from the SUV app, which is I have Dennis Schroeder over 8.5 points. I don't know. Generally speaking, I guess, okay, so we have Schroeder over 8.5. Guys, you had Reeves what?
At 14.5, I got the over.
Okay, and Shane had, what'd you have, Shane?
Under on LeBron's points, over on AD's points, under on Bruce Brown's points, under on Joker's points.
Okay. And then Mitch, what did you have again?
I got Austin Reeves over 4 assists, AD over 2.5 assists.
Okay. And Quan, you didn't have anything? I think Quan does DraftKings.
Yeah, I'm doing DraftKings tomorrow. I'm definitely going to see if I can do a lineup with Jokic, LeBron, AD. And then probably from there, I'll probably pick up like Lonnie Walker, probably Bruce Brown. But I already know the top 3 people are going to be Jokic. Jokic has always averaged the highest on DraftKings, more than anybody this season. So Jokic, LeBron, AD, everyone's going to go for that. It's always going to be about the other players. So like, you don't take Jokic, then you got to bounce it out with, okay, do I bounce it out with a Jamal Murray? Do I maybe bounce it out with maybe taking a risk on maybe a Vanderbilt that may get more minutes, that may play a little more defense? Because you got to look at the situations. Like both teams got good benches, so I would definitely bank on this series that the bench players are going to be very useful when you picking up, whether it's on DraftKings or PrizePicks. So don't be surprised out of the people that we said that, like, if you maybe have someone like a Tristan Thompson getting some rebounds in time, to cause some fouls on Jokic. So you never know. It's gonna be good though.
And to piggyback off that, Mo Bamba's already been ruled out for tomorrow. So because you got to go big, you might have to have some Tristan Thompson minutes.
I'm pretty sure we're going to have to see some Tristan Thompson minutes.
Unfortunately.
And I feel like
guaranteed Darvin Ham plays Gabriel over Tristan Thompson.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But I feel like if Gabriel gets in foul trouble early though.
Bruh.
It's not that he's going to be in foul trouble. It's just he won't be able to guard Joker.
Is Tristan Thompson the best cheerleader since Mark Madsen? I mean, who's been a better cheerleader than him in the last few years?
He's been doing his thing. He's been doing his thing on the bench for sure.
Okay, I feel like as far as these picks go, bro, it's like we can just transition into the breaking down the matchup of the series, because it's so related. Because like I said, this is such a fascinating matchup. It's completely different for the Lakers from the first 2 matchups, where AD was basically like, against small front lines in Memphis and Golden State, teams with their best players are guards. He might as well have been, like Will Chamberlain or somebody like that out there on defense. So this is a completely different series. The Nuggets have Joker. We beat them in the bubble in 2020. They're better now. Joker's better now. He's just a complete animal. He's at the peak of his powers. I don't know how. It's almost like, I think I was talking to Galvez on the phone during the Warriors series, and he was saying, at one point he said, well, maybe we should just let Curry get his, and then dare the other guys to beat us, And I think maybe that could be a viable, because like you can't guard Joker, you can't stop him. He's going to eat no matter what. So why even try, really? And
you do know he plays bad against AD, right?
He does.
Every
do you
time,
not remember
like,
2020?
He does.
Okay.
Well, 2020 was a while ago, but this season,
Yes. AD's taller,
This is
more
irrelevant.
athletic. He's longer.
Actually, Jokic is harder than AD.
Oh, is he?
Jay Murray's first line
I
of the
mean-
episode.
Jokic has AD by at least another inch and a half.
Yeah,
Oh, he's not athletic.
He's 7 feet.
He got the wingspan against him. The quickness. Like,
Oh God,
stop panicking.
I'm panicking, bro. I started panicking.
You've been panicking all playoffs. Relax.
Yes, but bro, this Joker guy, man, this guy's a monster. And Shea Murray has the nerve to get on here every week and try to downplay him.
He does
Right.
every time.
Let me
Every
tell you,
time.
okay, this is my first question. How are we going to guard Joker? What would you guys do?
AD.
No, I wouldn't put AD on him maybe in the fourth quarter. But not only do you not want AD getting in foul trouble, but you don't want AD taking those body blows from Joker for 4 quarters.
I mean, he's center now.
But
You don't have the size
big,
like that.
So who's big?
either.
If you don't put AD on him, who's big enough?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think you just. I think it's almost like when teams had to guard Shaq back in the day, and it just be like, bro, you just needed bodies, and I mean, it's like, bro, I don't know, man. I don't know, boy, because
now you're comparing him to Shaq.
bro, this man is a monster, Shane.
Yawn.
I'm not gonna downplay the Joker like he's a terrible player like Shea Murray. I'm not completely like disrespectful like this guy. But I mean, listen, Joker's 2-time MVP for a reason. The numbers he's been putting up, it's no fluke. He's a great player, amazing player.
This is a.
But I agree with Shane.
Now you got all the taglines out.
Shut up.
Yeah, Lakers
Shut up.
6.
I agree with you. Don't say anything else for the rest of the show. Okay? Please. It's bad enough that I have to agree with you. It's just bad enough.
I mean, you probably turned over to the right side of the fence.
Turn your camera off. I don't want to have to look at your stupid face while I have to agree with you anymore.
Whatever.
Listen, I think
Let
AD
me ask y'all a
is gonna take
question.
this personal.
I know
I think he's going to take this matchup personal. I think AD over Joker. I think AD hears all the rumblings about Joker. I think he sees the stats. And I think that the reason why AD had been so up and down in the previous 2 series is because he's been uninterested. Now he's got a matchup to really sink his teeth into. And now I feel like he'll play up to his actual potential that I believe he can reach, unlike Shane Murray. I believe that AD will be the best player in this series. I believe he will contain Joker. I believe he will frustrate him defensively, just how Dwight Howard frustrated him in 2020. So I believe AD will frustrate the Joker, and I believe we'll contain everybody else.
See, this is the series where we needed somebody like Dwight. Just go in there, be a body,
that too.
This is the one thing.
Jason didn't want Dwight, so
this is the one thing that Pelinka did
Dwight's
not plan
done.
for.
No, he's not.
This
Dwight's
is
done.
No, he's not.
Is he in the NBA?
That's politics. That's not skills.
But I just think, okay, look, bro.
But everything we're saying about Joker positively, you can say the same thing about AD though, because now Joker got to guard AD.
But then the question would be, how often will they be guarding each other? Like, I agree, like, it could come down to them in the fourth quarter against each other. But as far as consistently, I wouldn't be surprised if either team puts, like, a person that, is only there for defense every quarter. Like, we're really going to like, both teams are really going to use up a lot of their bigs in this series.
Who else?
They're going to use up a lot of their bigs.
Who else does Denver have that's a big?
Thomas Bryant.
Former Laker.
Oh, but he doesn't even play anymore.
No.
DeAndre.
Oh, yeah, DeAndre Jordan is there.
Listen, this is what's going to happen. This is how it should go. They come out.
Which on offense, that's like 4 versus 5, though.
Yep.
Yeah. Come out on offense. It comes out. You got Vando on Joker to bang with him. He gets devoured. Take him
Vando's
out.
way too small.
You
Very
take him
small.
out. He gets devoured, gets in foul trouble. You take him out. You bring in. Damn, Shane already said he said Bomba's hurt. So I don't know if you go Tristan next or you go
Gabriel.
Gabriel. Of course, Gabriel's way too small too.
He's way too small.
The thing about it is AD is too small. AD is too light in the back pocket, really.
But
So-
he's got the
Length.
thing about the Joker is he's shifty, right? So as long as AD plays solid defense, he has Joker may be taller, but AD has the reach
And the footwork.
and the footwork and the athleticism. So if he stays solid and gets his timing down, which we've seen during the season that AD pretty much has Joker's timing down. So AD is athletic enough, long enough that he can affect the Joker.
but it's not. It's like, bruh. You look out the way I look at it is like I said, the way the team used to guard Shaq, where it's like you don't even look at him as the big man as a player. You just look at him as 6 fouls. So we got between Vando, Winion, Tristan, and Bamba, if he's ever available, that's 24 fouls right there to use on Joker.
He's not
Hard
that kind of player.
Hard
The Joker's a lot of things. Joker's a lot of great things. He's not Shaq.
Yeah, please stop with that comparison.
I mean, you just need guys out there to buy time to get to the floor without us having to put AD on it.
He's gonna have to.
Yeah, I don't think you can get away.
Bruh.
No way around it. Especially without no more bomb, but you just gonna have to.
Like Joker's a legit 7-footer. Like AD has to unless they're gonna start winning Gabriel, which I doubt. I think if we start winning Gabriel, it's an adjustment because we just lost a game. But I think we start out with our original plan. See what happens. See if the Joker's ready for.
You gotta go with what got you there, and then make the
Exactly.
adjustments. You can't just start the game and all right, let's change everything up.
Yeah.
Plus, is
Make them adjust.
Austin Reeves the third most important player? Not third best, but the third most important.
I mean, if he goes off,
I think it's D'Lo, but
D'Lo over Reeves?
yeah, because we need D'Lo shooting, and he got to win that Jamal Murray matchup.
I don't know. I feel like either one of them gets hot, this team gets hype. So it's hard to say, really, honestly.
Austin
D'Lo can get
continue to draw fouls, though.
I would rather have D'Lo be better on the assist and the driving kick. You know what I'm saying? Because at least when D'Lo's driving, no one can block him.
And maybe you
True.
pick up a couple fouls on Joker.
But they're also undefeated when D'Lo scores 14 plus points.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that was at 17, but whatever.
How did we guard the Murray Jokic pick and roll? Anybody know?
I do not recall.
I mean, that'll depend on who we put on Jamal Murray to start off, and then you probably have to hedge that some and give us some different looks.
Throw Vando on him.
That's most likely.
Throw Vando on Jamal Murray.
That's most likely. But
listen, AD, because like I said, Joker is just huge and he's going to be up there, in there, taking up space. He just creates such a matchup problem. And AD is not going to be able to roam on defense.
You know what they may do? Get Bron some minutes on Jokic.
Yeah, I heard that might. I think Bill Simmons was saying that.
Bron got to play. He got to play to the basket though. He got to try to pick up these fouls on Jokic.
No, I think Rodney Peete was saying that. Yeah.
But it sounds like we're all a little worried about the Nuggets.
No, I ain't worried about nothing.
Shane ain't worried. Shane's not worried about anything. But the rest of us.
I'm actually not worried about the Nuggets. I feel like we match up the best against the Nuggets.
Really? Even better than Golden State and Memphis? And that's
Yeah.
small enough. Difference without Steven Adams and Clark.
Yeah.
Now the question would be, whose bench would you rather have? The Nuggets bench or the Lakers bench?
Lakers. I'd rather have the Lakers depth though. I don't know. Overall depth, Lakers. Because think about it, off the bench, they got Schroeder, whatever. They got Lonnie Walker, who now looks like a walking bucket, which we already knew. He just never got the time.
We already knew. He was just kind of inconsistent, but he's finding his stroke for sure.
Don't forget about Rui.
Yep.
Darwin, not to forget about him.
Yeah, that's another story.
You see that Warriors series is interesting because they kind of showed that the Lakers, what makes the Lakers special or really good is that they're so multidimensional and they can kind of beat you in any way. Now, of course, I feel like their biggest advantage, of course, is Davis. So when he's out there towering over the other team, and, it was shocking against Golden State when they would get a layup with him on the court because that's the type of rim protection he was providing. But I think, it's like Golden State in that series, through the first 4 games, had made 3 different lineup adjustments and 2 different adjustments, the little wrinkles that they were doing with the pick and roll to try to pull AD away from the basket. And they were still down 3-1, ended up losing in 6, getting blown out in game 6. And, there was really nothing that they could do. If they went big with Looney or small, it just wasn't, because of AD's versatility, But I just wonder, I feel like in this series, his defensive impact, AD will take some of a backseat, and he's going to need to try to match Joker's offensive output. So in the previous, AD had a couple, a few like huge games, points and rebounds wise, but that in the first 2 series, but it was more his defensive impact, on the board specifically more than his scoring. But in this series, he's going to have to get, flirt with 30 and 15. I feel like every night. And
I would think so, not necessarily because just for me, I think it's going to come down to both of these benches. I think whoever's bench is consistent or whoever steps up from the bench is going to make the difference. I think we already know Jamal, Jokic, AD, LeBron are going to get theirs. But it's going to be about, even the extra people that are starting with them. The Austin Reeves, Lonnie Walker, Rui Hachimura. Maybe if Beasley gets his head out of his ass and want to shoot, or even for Denver, Brown. KCP got to axe to grind. Thomas Bryant got to axe to grind. So whoever's bench really steps up consistently will win this series.
Yep.
We gotta hope that we get bad Michael Porter Jr. We gotta hope that Aaron Gordon kind of fumbles and stumbles around and doesn't play that well. We gotta hope that we can keep keep Murray contained. I heard some guys. I know Bill Simmons. Huh?
No, go ahead.
I heard Bill Simmons. He's picking the Nuggets. Monty Jones said
everybody picked
Bill Simmons.
Yeah,
Bill Simmons is the worst pick. Like, he's such a Boston dick rider and a Clipper dick rider. He would, even when the Lakers were so much better, when they had like Gasol and Bynum and Odom, when he was still on ESPN, like he would always pick against the Lakers. So the fact that you still love Bill Simmons shows what a trash person you are.
Well,
like he would pick the Lakers to beat the Clippers to beat the Lakers every time.
The Clippers do beat the Lakers every time.
But I'm talking about when they had Kobe and Gasol and he would always pick it like, bro, fuck Bill Simmons.
Yeah.
But I
bless you.
I don't know. I just think there's some interesting matchup.
Do you think Klay Thompson shot poorly just because he shot poorly, or was the Lakers defense?
Combination of both. Because he's still not the same since the knee injury or legs injury, I should say. But he comes and goes now.
Not the same guy. But he's always had. He's never exactly been a
I think he'd be better off the bench at this point in his career. And I know it's crazy to say that, but he's at the point where the Warriors are going to make him, a bench player. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to have to really adjust their starting lineup.
Which one? Who is this one on? This one on Quan or Shane? We're hearing that. Who else hears that?
I hear it.
The echo?
Shane, do you hear that?
No.
Quan?
I heard the echo on your end.
All right, Shane.
There it is.
All right.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
But yeah, what I think was that everything that I had to say about this series? Yeah, I mean, Bill, I'm sorry, Bomani was saying that he thinks that the Nuggets are just going to walk right through the. Hey, where did Mitch go? Mitch?
I had to wipe my nose.
Okay. Yeah, but Bomani was saying that he thinks the Nuggets are gonna walk right through the Lakers, and something else Bomani was saying essentially that he thinks this is like the first time the Lakers have ever had a team that they could just enjoy without having real like championship expectations. But the more I watch this team and the more success they have, the more I go, well, this is a team that can win it all. Why should this be like
But see, that's a stupid comment because when you're this far into the playoffs, you're just happy to be there?
Yeah.
Stupid.
And they got LeBron and AD. This is what's supposed to happen.
I mean, consider where he started. I mean, if this was a regular organization, you would say,
yeah. If this was a Kings,
good season, but this is the Lakers, Kings, so it's all.
But now you admit that we're not a regular organization.
Right.
If this was the Kings or the Clippers or the Hawks or Grizzlies, or they'd just be happy to be here.
But are the Lakers? Is this a season where, I mean, because of how it started, and because we basically rebuilt the roster at the trade deadline?
Oh,
nah, man, still the Lakers.
You're this far into the season.
Conference finals.
Like, bro, what do you like? So if they lose in 6 or 7, are we gonna say, all right, cool? Like, I'm just happy they made it. They started 2-10. So yeah,
we would have said that if they would have lost the first round. But the fact that they got this far with this squad and what they did the trade deadline, they made us raise the level of expectations higher.
Like if they
because they kept winning.
Trade. If they would have not made the trade,
basically got reset to the normal expectations.
Yeah.
You don't make it this far and just be happy you're here. Unless you're a second class.
MD? Oh, sorry. Oops. Okay.
And they got a bunch of guys.
Fine.
Huh?
None.
Yeah, they got a bunch of guys, man. I don't think Denver necessarily has better guys, but they have the best player in the series. We do agree on that, don't we?
This might be their best chance because next year, who knows if they're going to be able to bring everybody back.
Yeah. So
in a vacuum, in this series, AD will be the best player.
He has to be the best player.
Remember, AD was supposed to carry LeBron's torch. He was supposed to be where we have Jokic and Embiid as the big man.
AD has to be the best player, but it has to be a full team effort like it's been. Like it can't be a 2-man show.
No. Throw out the X's and O's. This is AD versus the Joker. That's all it is. If AD overmatches the Joker, this is over.
All right, let's make some picks then.
Do they have to steal game 1 to win the series though? Like they've been?
You'd like to, but
they got to split.
Keep in mind, Denver is undefeated at home.
So are we.
And so was Memphis. and we did that.
All right, let's make some picks.
So were the Warriors.
Who wants to go first?
Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6 says Galvez. Shane?
My heart says 5, but I'm gonna stick with 6.
Lakers in 6 from Shane. Mitch?
You see my display name. Denver Nuggets, Chicken Nuggets, the Golden Nugget. Lakers in 5. I believe in you, AD. We got this.
Quan is saying Lakers in 5 there as he puts his palm up and
I thought that was like 6 though.
huh?
Thank you.
What does
Yeah,
Panic and Anthos say though?
No, he's
Wolf's
got
is gonna
he's got
say
Lakers in
Nuggets in
6.
4.
Whoever said that needs to be shot.
Listen,
He's got to keep it going. He's got to
Yeah.
keep it going.
I picked Memphis to win. That worked out right because
Mhm.
Oh my God,
it's called the reverse
psychology.
jinx. I picked the Warriors to win. That
Right.
worked out, right?
Mm.
Nuggets in 6 or 7. Okay. Let's hope we come back on here in a couple
Now,
of weeks.
do you really believe that, or are you just trying to hope that you're such a jinx that you're wrong?
He
Well,
believes that.
Yeah, I believe it, and I hope that I'm wrong. And I hope that
Just
the
like when
jinx.
you said Miami would beat the Lakers in 5 in the finals in the bubble, right?
Bruh, so the Nuggets, you guys don't think anything of this Nuggets team?
They're
This
gonna win.
Nuggets team is overrated to me.
They're gonna win 2 games. That's a good team.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like so for me, I've never been a big Jamal Murray fan. I mean, maybe it's a bias because there was a game back when we had like the young core, Lonzo and Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson, D'Lo's first tour. Sorry, not D'Lo because he got traded already, but yeah, we had Lonzo, Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson
Kuzma.
still. Kuzma, exactly. There it is. That's what I was saying. Kuzma, Josh Hart. We were playing the Nuggets. They beat us. They beat us by a large margin. So then they were dribbling the ball out, and Jamal Murray bounces it around, Lonzo's back. Just trying to clown it around on him, right? So, yeah, I've never let that go. Never been a Jamal Murray fan. I just don't think. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, last series he had a decent series. That one game he played over. I feel like he played over his head. Then he came back to earth the next game. I was like, yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy that I'm thinking about. I mean, so yeah.
If
They've been playing over their head. I think they felt disrespected that everybody was like, oh, Sun's this, Sun's that. So they played over their head, and or maybe they didn't because I mean to be fair, they are the 1 seed. So
if Lakers play against Bubble Murray, are they in trouble?
Nope.
Wasn't impressed then. Not impressed now. I mean,
They should have never gave up Bowles Highland either.
probably not. It's like, who are we, like, let's say outside of Joker, because we know what the Joker can do, even if AD plays top-notch defense. But if he does play top-notch defense, he can limit Joker. But outside of Joker, who are we really scared of in this series? Jamal Murray, really?
Bruce Brown.
Nobody.
Bruce Brown?
Hold on. Who said Bruce
Are we
Brown?
scared of?
Please
Are we scared of?
please
Are
don't
we
tell
scared
me.
of Aaron Gordon?
Okay.
No.
I'm about to
Michael
say, I hope
Porter
Shane
could
Beamer
get
Bruce
off,
Brown.
but
Are we scared? Are we scared of Michael Porter Jr.?
I'm not scared of him. He could get off, but that's about it.
That's the thing. That's the thing with streaky players. Yes, they could, but if we're playing defense the way that we can play defense, which we've been the number 1 defensive team in the playoffs. So if we play defense the way we can play defense, these streaky players, they'll be off.
You know, Michael Porter Jr. is just Klay Thompson light, right?
So if we held Clay down, I don't see why we wouldn't be able to hold Michael
It
Porter
could
Jr.
be
down.
that this Lakers team, their defense is the best advantage that anybody has in the playoffs. Because, yeah, AD is the anchor and he's the centerpiece, but all these guys compete on the defensive end. I mean, even D'Lo competes. Austin Reeves competes. Of course, Schroeder has been excellent on defense.
Mhm.
Everybody who steps
Rondo.
out there, they give their best effort on that end. So
I wouldn't be surprised if we had some low scoring games. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Especially in Denver, where the air is all
In Denver, yeah.
and the Lakers are rested. They had 3 days off.
And they've been in Denver since Sunday. Yeah, they've been in Denver since Sunday. So they went early to acclimate.
Wilson, are you gonna try to get us access to the parade if we win?
well, do we need
on
access?
the bus?
Huh? Or we want to be like in the parade, like with the team?
Yeah. Like, get us media credentials, bro.
Shane Murray, Shane, can you get on
What?
that, please? Can you?
Yeah, let's see what I can do.
Shane is sleepy as hell. All right, look.
I'm good.
Okay, let's move on. Oh no, Shane said he wants to talk about. Okay, so just quickly, Stephen A. said that this would be LeBron's most impressive championship. I agree. For he's in year 20, he's old, he's tired, and he's still. I mean, he's picking his spots. He knows when to turn it up a notch. And just, like when Kareem was in year 20, those last two titles of Showtime, they were, let's face it, man, they were dragging Kareem, and they were just, he was like a fallback option, and they would still use him when they needed him if they needed 2 points. But it wasn't anything like LeBron still being, a focal point of the offense, So what he's doing is incredible. And I think if he were to find a way to win this championship, which would be his 5th in year 20, age 38, after all the minutes, and as tired and beleaguered as he looks most of the time, even though he's not really the best player on the team anymore, he still has, he's still he's the heart and soul of the team, So, and he's still responsible, for a lot offensively. So what do you guys feel about it? You guys feel like this would be LeBron's most impressive championship?
I would say 2020 for me.
Okay.
I would say for me, it will always be the Cleveland one. Just the way they played against Golden State, came back against Golden State, won against Golden State. That team he had was not the best team he ever played with. You know what I'm saying? That Cleveland team was not the greatest team ever. But the fact that they got it done with him returning to Cleveland in spite of everything, I would say that was his most impressive championship. That was his most impressive.
Would say his most impressive championship. Is it the first one in Miami where they went up against the Spurs?
That was the second.
That's the second one.
Mm-hmm.
So then his second Miami championship where Ray Allen hit that corner 3, and what was that, game 6?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that's his most impressive because they should have lost. So that impresses me that they overcame that game 6, the one they should have lost, came back game 7, did their thing. Yeah. So that's the most impressive to me if we're saying impressive. Because sorry, Quan, but yeah, the Cleveland championship, that's the NBA's championship. They suspended Draymond Green for game 5. That completely changed the complexion of the entire series for me. Unimpressed by that championship. It'll always have an asterisk in my heart. The 2020 championship, sorry, Shane Murray, wasn't impressive. That team was clicking on all cylinders. Like that team was
loaded.
Loaded, locked in. Like there was just, and like we had the motivation with Kobe passing on. So I mean, not impressive because it was just locked in on a mission, and it was meant to be. It wasn't impressive. It was supposed to happen like that for me. So
and guys,
I think other than the finals he had with San Antonio, every final he's been to, he was expected to be there. Whether it was Miami, even in the Cleveland, there was nobody in the East that was going to beat him. He was expected to be in the finals. This is the only 1 year where nobody expected him to be in the finals. So I feel like if he does win this one, it would be his most impressive for that simple reason. This is the only year where LeBron wasn't expected to be in the finals.
Solid point. But everything changed at the trade deadline. It's like,
yeah. But then remember, right after the Lakers got everybody, Phoenix comes over the top with a Durant. Now everybody was like, "Oh shit!"
No, that's true.
And they didn't have to give up Ayton or CP3. Like everybody was like, "Oh shit! All right."
They just gave up everything else.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
They got their whole bench.
They gave up everything else.
For me, that would be the only reason because he wasn't expected to be in the finals.
And by the way, we gotta say this: the fact that all 4 teams from the bubble are in the conference finals, like we gotta put some respect on that. We gotta put a lot of respect on that.
Well, Wilson says that bubble title doesn't count.
But I said that you said?
Yeah.
It definitely counts.
Sound like something you would say.
It counts. Well, let's not pretend.
I mean, of course it counts, but you said it didn't feel like a championship.
It didn't.
That's just because we didn't have a parade.
We didn't have a parade.
But even all the experts say it was the hardest because you got everybody's best. There was no distractions.
Yeah.
No fans. There's no fans to pick you up.
Yep.
Can't go nowhere.
Yep.
Can't go nowhere.
No clubbing.
Just who?
You know, Wilson
Who's better?
It should be an asterisk title.
No way. You roll the ball out there. You found out who was better.
T.J. Warren played like Michael Jordan, for God's sakes. That just how everybody was just locked in because there was nothing else to do.
Exactly.
All right, and then Shane had one more. What did Shane say? If we he said if we
basically there was a poll by Lakers Nation. If we were winning the championship, would you want the 2020 team to be a part of the parade since they couldn't get a parade?
Hell yeah.
No. Would the players want to?
What you mean no?
Why? It's over with.
What you mean why?
Why don't we combine the parades? I mean, okay, fine. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but I don't think it's necessary. It'll be cool. Though. Actually, I'm thinking about it. It'll be cool.
Other than LeBron and AD, you'd have to bring everybody back for that parade.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to just give a nice little recognition. Like
right. I mean, if we're going to actually get Westbrook and
give him a video tribute.
If we don't actually get Westbrook and Pat Bev a ring for this shit, we might. I don't see why you don't have.
We almost didn't have a ring because of him. Why the fuck would we give him a ring?
Well, they already said they're gonna offer to give him a ring if we get a ring.
Yeah, give him a replica.
Give him a replica ring.
Well, they'll get a ring. I mean, Boogie got a ring in 2020, so it's like, this is nothing new.
He just got it though, didn't he?
I don't know about that, but
no, he's been at it.
We got about 15 minutes left to talk about.
I'm saying if we got to give Pat Bev and Russ a ring, we got to give Juan Toscano Anderson a ring.
Yeah, he'll get one too.
Yeah.
Everybody will get one.
Thomas Bryant.
Yeah, he'll get one.
All right.
Who else?
Yeah. Even though more than likely he'll play, Murray's been listed as questionable.
Oh yeah, he'll play.
So.
All right, look.
I roll for you trying to even bring that up.
We got 15. Listen, we got 15 minutes to talk about Ja Morant. Mitch, the floor is yours.
It's a parade inside my city. Yeah.
Apparently, that's like a song. I didn't know until.
Me neither.
Right? Until I watched on this video this morning. Okay, so I got questions for y'all. It's three parts. We all know what happened with Ja. He IG Live, guns.
2 times.
Okay, 2 times within 2 months? Okay,
Yep.
We all know what happened. So Ja, he's gonna get suspended. There's no way around it. He's gonna get suspended for next season. All right. So how many games should he be suspended? First question. Second question, how many games do you think he'll actually get? Question 3, if you were actually Adam Silver, how many games would you personally give him? And I'll go first to kind of set it all up. So I think he should get suspended 41 games, half the season. I think he'll
with no pay, right?
No pay. Oh, stop. Yeah, no pay. How many games do I actually think he'll get? I think he'll actually get 25. And if I was the commissioner, I would suspend him all 82 games. I would send the message to him, stop right now. Or you can, hit up Dwight in his DMs and see what's, up in Taiwan. But I'd send a message if I was the commissioner.
Well, I'll tell you, the answer for me would be 0, 0, and 0.
What the fuck?
I talked about this with Galvez this afternoon, and as I was telling Galvez, I was telling Galvez, he hasn't broken any laws. He hasn't done anything to anybody.
Yes, he has. He broke the NBA bylaws.
Oh, what do the NBA bylaws state? You can't have a gun.
You can't have guns. You can't have guns.
NBA
and it's a second offense.
And it's a second offense.
Wilson, NBA is a private owned. It's no different than the company I work for. It's private. If they tell you can't do something, you can't do it.
This is about branding.
NBA bylaws?
This is about branding. This is about like being a role model. Like, think about it. Like, what parent is gonna want to go out to the shoe store or get on the sneakers app and try to buy their kids the new Ja shoes when he's over here like toting guns, pretending he's a damn gangster? He's a basketball player.
And Wilbon already told his son he can't wear Ja Morant no more.
See?
It's crazy. Like, I love Nike, but it's crazy that they cut ties with Kyrie like that for a tweet. But yet they got Ja Morant. They haven't said anything. They still released the sneakers. Nothing.
Now, after the first one, I mean, well, to be fair, I mean, I didn't think they should have cut ties with Kyrie in the first place. But
right.
I mean, after Ja's first offense, he went on the apology tour and blah 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 blah. So I didn't think they should have cut his.
He went on a 4-day rehab.
But after this, hey, whatever happens, happens. He did it to himself.
Mitch, did you see something that stated in the NBA bylaws that you cannot have guns or something like that?
I know about the Gilbert Arenas situation and how many games he got.
Mm.
But with Gilbert, he brought a gun to the arena.
Right.
To his workplace.
True. But the only
Ja had it in a car with his friend on IG Live.
But this is his second time doing it. Within 2 months.
I'm not downgrading the offense, but to compare it to Gilbert Arenas and many others who have done it, I don't think that's fair. Because
the NBA player with a gun, he has to be able to defend himself.
Remember, anything that
higher security.
Anything that's on video will always be 100 times worse. There's no video of Gilbert Arenas bringing those guns in. There's videos of Ja Morant with the gun. It just looks. It's no different than like a domestic violence, right? Like you just see domestic violence, you're like,
the league.
But when you see that video, it just doesn't. And I 100% agree with Mitch. You got to give him a full year because 25 games is a slap on the wrist. Because here the thing is, the NBA they have an image. They got corporate sponsors. They got all this other BS to deal with. You know, I agree with Mitch.
I agree with Mitch too, but for a different reason. Like, even more as far as the role model situation, even more as far as the image situation in the NBA, you gotta get him back on track mentally for his life's sake. Like, you have a daughter.
Gotta send him a message.
You have a sister who's coming right after you, who's trying to get recruited. You could stain her situation. Like, you gotta get your shit in order, and he has to get the message. So I'm fucking up not just my team, I'm fucking up my family.
Excellent point. Yep.
So
I agree with Mitch on the games. I would say the only thing I disagree with is maybe the last part. If I was Adam Silver, what I would do in that situation is at the point where it's All-Star break, and if I was Adam Silver to the Grizzlies, I would make Ja Morant do community service all the games he missed, and then from there do a progress report and go from there. If the progress report isn't fair enough to the judgment, then we keep him suspended. Because one of the things we have to make sure of is that not only do we got to send a message, but also we got to send a message where we have to make sure that people understand, just kind of like what they did to Michael Vick, where they sent a message and made him do community service to talk to children, to talk to people. And so those are the things that I would require Ja Morant to do, everywhere. Not just in Memphis, go across the United States.
The crazy thing is, it just happened. Like,
that's what's funny about it.
Yeah.
He went on this whole apology tour. That's not who I am. I'm not about that life.
And that's why it has to be a year, because he's not getting the message.
When I got the alert, I was like, why are they bringing up, oh shit, it already happened?
That's what I thought too.
It's like, bro, oh my God. Like, and then it's
like
where's his mind at? That he's like, all right, these dudes got me recording on IG, and I'm going to pull out a gun. Come on.
He's like straight G.
No, he's not.
He must be.
Anto, stop it.
What?
Stop.
He doesn't care.
Stop.
He's a thug.
No, he's not.
He must be.
That 6-0 Crip who sent him that message was a thug.
How did that Eminem video go? He grew up in a real nice. Yeah. But
his real name is Demetrius. Demetrius's parents have a real good marriage.
His dad's at literally every home game. You were not a thug.
Come on, man.
Even if he was, bro, look at Carmelo Anthony, right? When he came out on that Stop Snitching, Stop Lying DVD, he even says Adam Silver called him and he's like, bro, you are going to get kicked out of the NBA if you don't. David Stern told him, you're going to get kicked out of the NBA if you don't clean your shit. Bro, he didn't have to tell him twice.
That's because David Stern didn't fuck around.
And Carmelo.
He told AI to stop cursing in his music.
Carmelo was more hood than Ja could ever be. And he got the point.
I just don't know how much you can really do about a guy for getting on Instagram Live.
Let me ask you a question.
Did you see Paul Pierce get fired off of IG Live?
That was stupid.
So what was different?
Nevertheless, he got fired.
Okay, Wilson, is it illegal? Let's be honest. Is it illegal to be racist? Yes or no? Okay. If you come out and say some racist shit, can they fire you? And I'm not talking about NBA. I'm talking about any job.
Right, yes.
Okay, so what's the difference?
Because he's not doing anything to anybody.
Okay, and me being racist is not harming anybody.
But all he did was take a gun out and just do it like that. He's not doing anything.
So suppose that gun went off.
It did, no.
But
suppose it did.
We can't suppose when it didn't. The gun didn't go off in the first one.
He hasn't actually done anything yet.
But that's the thing. He's had, outside of the IG Live incidents, he's had other incidents.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying earlier to Galvez, that I think that's all wrapped up in it. If that stuff hadn't happened, people might look at it differently.
If it was just the IG Live things, maybe. But he's had other, circumstances where he's.
By the way, Jay, did you see the Skip and Shannon thing where Shannon went over all the incidents?
Yeah.
I didn't know he had that many racked up.
That's what I was saying.
And half of them because of his mama.
I didn't know it was because of his mom. That was
half of them were because of his mama.
Yeah.
His mama called him like he a thug.
The shoe store.
Yeah. And he rolls up with 9 goons to go check a Foot Locker.
9.
9 goons because she.
I didn't hear about that one.
She didn't get a refund.
The finish line story when he like pulled up to finish line with 9 goons because his mom called him up because she got bad service.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
At finish line. So he's banging on the damn employee locker
He locked
room.
himself in the employee room. And he
told him, I'm gonna find out what time you clock out.
Yeah. And then he goes to the Indiana Pacers team bus and they got a red dot
Blazers
bus. Like, come on, bro.
He's pointing the red dots at the damn Pacer team bus.
Damn, I didn't know about that one. Why you do that?
Because he's Ja Morant.
Because somebody was talking shit to this boy in the stands.
Yeah, because all right. So the teams were beefing, right? There was a little scuffle on the court, and then it was a Memphis home game, so all of Ja Morant's friends were there, and so they got into it.
He needs some
Game's
friends.
over. The team bus is leaving. Ja Morant is inside the SUV, and there's a red laser being pointed at the team bus. Now, whether it was a gun or not, nobody knows. But why would you ever even put yourself in that situation?
What else would it be? Like, come on, let's be honest. What else would it be?
He's just
pointing a laser pointer at the team bus? The fuck out of here. Come on.
Why would you have friends like that? Why?
Exactly. Why would he have that? It was a gun.
And I'm not mistaken, he technically qualifies with a Supermax, right?
No, he doesn't because he didn't make all NBA.
And because he was because of the off court shit, he didn't make the All NBA. He cost himself $40 million.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, look, guess what, guys? We're out of time. Mitch, you got anything you want to say to an old friend of yours?
I do. Herbert wanted to come on here. Funny enough, quick story. It's just like Herbert had sent me something on IG about Ja, like the night before it all happened. And then, funny enough, the shit had happened like the day after. So he was gonna come on and to talk about he's like like Nostradamus and stuff. So, but unfortunately, we talked a lot of Lakers business. Not too much Shane Murray shenanigans today to sidetrack us. Just good old fashioned Laker talk. Sorry, Herbert, we ran out of time.
Shane had the best point of the night though, where he was talking about Ja and he's fucking it up for his family and his sister that's coming up.
And you know what I say to that? Shane Murray having a good point since he's been making good points all show. Even the sun shines on a dog's ass some days, That's basically what happened today. The sun shined on a dog's ass today. Good job, Shane Murray. You finally had some
broken clock.
Points.
Even a broken clock is wrong twice a day. I mean, it's
exactly.
Right.
That's right.
This fool's not going to be right until
next season.
Blah blah blah.
All right,
thank y'all very much too.
Do y'all know he doesn't? Did y'all know that he doesn't really believe in AD the way he says he does?
Stop it.
What?
Wait,
Stop
real
it.
quick. Wilson, what happened with that game, the 21 game with Shane and
we're gonna have to talk about that next week. But I'll tell you something off air that I learned before the show.
Uh-oh. That's a teaser. That's called a teaser in the business, ladies and gentlemen. That means
stay tuned for next cliffhanger. Okay. All right.
Can't give it all away. Can't give it all away this week. Right. Sorry, guys.
All right. So before we get out of here, just a few reminders. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button next to the Complete Lakers podcast. If you prefer the audio version, remember to rate, review, and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts. The show is also on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and every other major podcatcher. Make sure to follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at TC Pod Network and to like it on Facebook. Just search for the Complete Lakers Podcast. And finally, send feedback and mailbag questions to CompleteLakersPodcast@gmail.com. We are out.